Hi, I'm Shanae, I'm 18 and I'm from Hong Kong.
I'm Francesca.
Yeah.
I'm from Italy and I came here in England 3 years ago.
I'm 19, I'm from Bali, I'm a student in St. Martins. I do fashion communications and promotion.
I'm Maria, I'm 17. I'm originally from Moscow, but I've lived in Monaco for most of my life now.
Yeah, most of the times I consider myself happy.
Yeah, I would. I don't know, as a child I've always been taught to think the best of situations.
Yes, I feel like no matter like what I'm going through, even though like I'd be like sad for like a day, I end up always being happy after that.
Probably not, because just a lot of things affecting like my life on a daily basis that aren't necessarily happy.
My family, food, that's an important thing. And I think my work right now at uni makes me happy because I love what I'm doing.
If I were to be back at home, I think around people that I love and like around my family and friends and stuff.
Being alone.
My parents dying for me because I don't know how to handle that.
Not being good enough and like not reaching expectations. Losing someone I love, like losing my mom would be like scary.
Letting down my parents, but letting myself down as well, because if I know I'm not doing the great, the best right now, I'm gonna regret it. So yeah, that scares me. I did once when I was in boarding school. I suffered from bulimia because I started hating my body, how I looked, and I kept on eating, and every time I felt like I just needed to do something, and that's how it all started. And I just woke up in the morning, looked at myself in the mirror, and just thought to myself, what is this thing in front of me? This is like the ugliest girl that I've ever seen. And that's when I really let myself down, and I never talked to my parents about it because I knew that if I ever did, they will get upset, and in a way
you would let them down.
Yeah, exactly. In a way I thought I was letting them down.
Insecurities. I know this is cliche, but what people perceive of me and how they see me as a person, and if it's not genuine. I mean, if they think I'm not genuine as a person, or that I'm not who I am or who I present myself to be. I'm really scared that they might think the worst of me, and so that makes me think the worst of myself as well.
My biggest insecurity would be my temper. I would say I could get angry pretty easily, and I can be quite unreasonable and irrational when it comes to dealing with emotions and stuff.
The fact that I'm a really enclosed person, it's hard for me to trust people. Last year in October, I got sent to rehab by my parents for the first time because they found out that I was doing weed. So yeah, basically I've been going in and out during school for the past year and a half. First time I smoked, I was 14 and it was at a party, and so obviously I wasn't alone or anything, but it was mostly other people affecting me, telling me to do it.
Yeah.
But then basically I just started getting into it the more and more parties I went to, and then more people started doing it around me, so I joined in. And then basically right before I went to rehab, it just got really bad, and I would have panic attacks sometimes if I didn't have it within a certain amount of time. Things. It got to a point where on a daily basis I would have to have at least a little bit to get me through the day and just get me started.
So basically not a specific experience, but I definitely felt I've matured in a way because I have Tourette syndrome, and I've had it since I was 9, and having it from 9 till 19, wow, that's 10 years, I didn't even realize, but it kind of shaped me as an individual because, I mean, growing up in Asia, people are so not accepting of it and so not educated about, you know, the different mental illnesses or whatever it's called. So, you know, growing up in a place that people are so not aware of how to react, and sometimes they react so negatively, it has really shaped me to be stronger as a person and kind of like not to give too much, like not to care too much about what people think about me. Growing up in Asia really has shaped me to become like stronger.
Well, my dad passed away when I was younger, and I think that has really helped me become more like independent and less like reliant on my family and stuff. And I think it's just kind of like a wake-up call, like you know, you should really treasure the people around you and the people that you love, and never take anyone for granted in any way. So he passed away because he had lung cancer, and I think that really like made me like put me in the right path, right direction. Like I was like, okay, I shouldn't ever smoke. Should never smoke because of that. Like it's kind of just been traumatic for me. So yeah, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life because of that, and I think that's how it's really affected me. Yeah.
They were there throughout the entire thing, and then thanks to them, little by little, I started to appreciate like how I looked, and I think I got through it.
I think it's definitely like changed the way I look at it, and it has helped to see that a lot of different people from different backgrounds have gone through the same things, and even with way worse things than weed. And the fact that they've gone now and that they're fine now, and like when I go there, it's like helpful to see what they've gone through just to put their life back on track.
Yeah, this like changed me a lot, because before I was insecure about myself, about everything. It was not only my body, but it started to be like my personality, what others thought of me, and you can't really get rid of it in one step. It's just like when I was bulimic, I had like depression as well, and it got as bad as like I started cutting myself. And that was the point that I said to myself, I can't keep on going like this, and that changed me. And I think now I'm a better person, not just for me but for the others. Like I'm capable of opening up, which I wasn't before, and I came out of this way stronger.
I think growing up without a dad, at first I was pretty, like initially I was pretty reliant because I was still young and like dependent on my mom, but then because she wasn't always around because she had to work and stuff, I learned to be more independent. And then coming to the UK I think helped me even more because I've had to like live alone and I don't know, like do chores and stuff like that, you know, like it's really helped me grow in that way as well. Like obviously back then I was independent, but now it's even more like, oh, I don't really have anyone to like fall back onto.
And now moving to London, I don't know, I feel more comfortable because people are much more educated about it. People are so much more supportive, and I mean, London is such a place where nobody really cares about like anything.
Just seeing the fact that a lot of people who, like I said, went through a lot worse than I did, are very positive people and just find the little things in life to like make them happy and keep them going. It did help, like it gave me examples as to what to look for in life, and I've definitely like become more positive since.
Made me so much happier and like less stressed, and then that kind of makes me like become better at this.
There are people that love me. I should love myself as well. So I got through it, and right now I'm way stronger than I ever was before.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I broke through my negativity.
I'm Sharon, and I broke through my Tourette's.
I'm I'm Shanae and I broke through my fear of being alone.
I'm Fran and I broke through bulimia.